Hey guys, welcome to Last Week in Tech. My name is Jonathan, and this is the show where we take a look at some of the biggest stories last week in tech. So if that's something you're interested in, if you want to see me talk about some of the tech news stories from the previous week, or maybe you don't even like me, and I don't blame you, but if you're bored, you love tech, and you want to see more of the biggest news stories about tech, this is the show for you. So subscribe if you haven't already, hit that notification bell icon so you don't miss any of our new episodes, and let's get started. So story number one, Apple is going to be getting their iPhones and they're going to be bending them, they're going to be folding them to create a folding iPhone. Yes, we have reports that 2 prototypes of a folding iPhone have passed the necessary durability tests. And to go along with that, there's a new patent that's been filed by Apple showing the hinge mechanism that Apple might use with their upcoming folding iPhone. That means we could be getting 2 different versions of a folding iPhone. One of them should be more like a clamshell folding phone like the Moto Razr or the Galaxy Z Flip, and the other should be a larger folding display iPhone, which is like the Galaxy Z Fold 2. Whether these new iPhones will replace the iPhones that we currently have now, or there'll be a separate device that Apple releases, we don't know yet, and we probably won't find out until at least another 2 years, because reports say that these new folding display iPhones won't be made available till at least late 2022 or 2023. So that means we're going to have to probably wait at least 2 years before we see an iPhone with a folding display. But it's still good news because we all know once Apple gets on board with something, it really pushes the industry forward, and we're going to start seeing now more smartphones with folding displays. Hopefully cheaper smartphones with folding displays. We'll have to wait and see. But the question is, what is Apple going to call their new iPhones with a folding display? Because Fold and Flip, they're already taken from Samsung. And we already know Apple, they're not going to go and copy the name of another company, especially Samsung. So, with that being said, I've thought of 3 names that Apple could possibly use to call these iPhones with the folding display. And Apple, if you're watching, which you're probably not watching, you can go ahead and use these names, okay? So I'm going to give you the first one. Let me get my paper out here. So let me give you the first one. The first name I came up with was iFlap, right? Because it has a folding display, okay? Number 2, if you don't like that one, number 2, iCrease. Not a great name, but you know Apple, it's not like they have great names for their products anyways. And the final one, my personal favorite, the iFlop. And this is perfect because you can call the bigger version the iFlop Max. There you go, Apple. Those are the 3 names you could use. You can call this new folding iPhone with the new foldable display. You can call them those names, and they're going to sell a ton because they're going to have such a catchy name. You're welcome. Story number 2. It's 2021. Just in case you didn't know, that means 2020 is finally over. It was a rough year, but I'm looking forward. I'm hoping that 2021 is better. And to go along with that, these are the 3 things that I'm looking forward to, or that I'm hoping come in 2021 when it comes to tech, specifically smartphones. I'm going to just talk about smartphones when it comes to these 3 things. The first thing, the Galaxy Z Fold 3. I'm honestly really looking forward to seeing the all-new Galaxy Z Fold 3. The Galaxy S21, I'm not really looking forward to it. There's been very minor improvements when it comes to those phones and the Note line as well. So really, where the big improvements have been, has been in the Fold line. Samsung took a huge leap in 2020 with the Galaxy Z Fold 2 when compared to the first generation Fold. I'm hoping that there's another huge leap when it comes to the Galaxy Fold line. Maybe even a cheaper version of the Galaxy Fold, a more affordable version. I'm also hoping that the S Pen comes over to the Galaxy Fold 3. That would be great. That's where it belongs. The S Pen belongs in a larger device, and it seems like it's meant to be. If Samsung can finally fix the display issues and just bring those 2 together, that would be amazing. To go along with that, the second thing I'm looking forward to, or that I'm hoping for in this year 2021, when it comes to smartphones, is the Microsoft Surface Duo 2. Now I get it, the Microsoft Surface Duo, the first version was horrible. It was kind of a dumpster fire. In fact, it was kind of perfect that it was released in 2020 because there was so many things wrong with this year, last year 2020, that the Surface Duo just belonged in that year. It was like a perfect representation of the year 2020. but I'm hoping that this year, 2021, Microsoft continues to improve the Surface Duo 2 because there was a lot of cool things going for it. I still think that the design, the hardware is really amazing on the Surface Duo, and hopefully if Microsoft can fix the hardware inside the Surface Duo 2 and the software issue, if they can fix all of those things, I think it's going to be a great device and probably one of the better devices for 2021. We'll have to wait and see. Microsoft promised a lot of things when it comes to the software inside of the Surface Duo. They kind of didn't deliver when it comes to that first version, and hopefully they do it with this second generation Surface Duo. And finally, the third thing that I'm hoping for when it comes to smartphones in 2021 is a true flagship smartphone from Google. Yes, I understand that the Pixel 4 and the Pixel 4 XL crashed and burned. They weren't great. They were a little too expensive for what you got. There was some battery issues. I get that. Google seems to have fixed a lot of those issues with the Pixel 5 and the Pixel 4a 5G, which they really need to fix those names, by the way. But I'm hoping that Google learns from all those mistakes and releases a true flagship phone. No mid-range. They're doing a good job with the mid-range phones, so keep them coming. Those mid-range budget phones like the Pixel 4a, those are great. I want to still see those coming out, but I want to see a true flagship phone. A phone with the latest processor inside, the best internals you can find, and I'm really hoping that Google finally updates their camera sensors. Google, you have amazing camera software, probably second to none. Your computational photography is amazing, but the problem is companies are catching up to you because the sensors are getting a little old. The hardware is just getting a little stale. So update those sensors, keep improving the software, give it a good price. Don't go crazy on the price either. You can't compete with Samsung and Apple. So, price it just under those smartphones, and I think you're gonna have something special. I truly hope that Google releases a great flagship phone with flagship internals this year. And that's it for this week. Let me know what you're looking forward to in tech in 2021. Let me know with a comment down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos just like this one on tech news, reviews, and opinions, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell icon so you don't miss any of our new videos. Thanks for watching.